Hello everyone, my name is Dar Rath and I'm the pastor at Faith Lutheran Church in Port Elgin, Ontario, Canada. And I want to say something really cool that happened. This scarf that I'm wearing now was sent to me to put on for Take Fives, and she lives in Scotland and her name is Diane. So thank you, Diane, for this beautiful scarf that I'm going to wear from time to time while we're doing these tapings of Take Five. So each week I bring messages that take about 5 minutes to watch, and they're from different authors. This week I'm going to be bringing a story from a book called The Sower's Seeds, and it's written by Brian Kavanagh. And it's called hang on a second, I lost my page here. It's called Peak Experience. And here we go. It was an exhausting climb up the mountain. The sky was a vibrant shade of azure, and the sun was shimmering hot. Sweat rippled down his back and trickled into his eyes. The baggage he carried increasingly became a hardship, until the weary seeker could not take another step in his quest to reach the peak. Overwhelmed, he put the baggage aside. The not-so-young man could climb no more. After easing the baggage to the ground, he slumped against a tree, allowing a cool, refreshing breeze to waft over him. A bird in a nearby tree trilled softly, and gazing upward, the seeker saw his goal, the mountain peak. Feeling renewed, he clambered to his feet to continue the journey. With each steady stride, the peak loomed closer, and then finally he gained the summit. The panorama stretching out below was glorious. Spanning the horizon was a verdant valley interlacing with gurgling streams, sylvan glens, and fertile meadows. Infused with the vision of a flourishing valley, the man scurried down from his peak experience and went to collect his belongings. Placed along the trail were several boxes, a large backpack, and an overstuffed briefcase. Picking up the first box, he noticed that it contained his memories, awards, report, cards, even a piece of an old flannel blanket. No longer sensing a need to rely on these memories, he put the box aside. And he began to feel taller. Next, he opened the large backpack containing all the beauty he had collected along his journey. A piece of driftwood, sculpture, photographs of rainbows, and of course, books. These too he put aside, remembering the beauty of the other side of the mountain. Again he felt a twinge of growth. The briefcase was examined next, and it was stuffed with various causes, those issues and concerns that had inflamed his spirit and impassioned past actions. However, these now seemed less significant. The overstuffed briefcase also was placed with the other discarded baggage. Now, the not-so-young seeker felt more youthful as well as taller. Examining the remaining baggage, he discovered that most of it was no longer needed, save for a small backpack that he removed from the heap. The excess baggage he buried in a deep hole on the side of the mountain. Now, aware of being rejuvenated, the seeker slung the small pack over his shoulder. It contained a hammer, a saw, some other tools, and a bamboo flute. Once again, the man ascended to the peak. He gazed back down the trail toward the resting place of the time-worn baggage he had carried for so long. Turning about, the seeker looked down toward the valley below, realizing his journey had ended. With a spring in his step, a cool breeze at his back, the seeker grabbed his flute, and while playing a merry tune, he walked into the valley of his future. Now, this is an amazing story because it makes us think about all the baggage that we have in our homes, the things that we carry around with us all the time that we really don't need. And I can tell you that we have collected things in our house that are it's unbelievable. And I talked to my sons about this and their wives, and I said, is there anything in this house that you would want if my husband and I passed away? What would you like? I can mark it and put a name on it, put a name on the pictures or something for the grandchildren. And they said, no, we don't want anything. My daughter-in-law said, oh, maybe she might like the pottery dishes. Well, I said, well, what are you going to do with all this stuff that we've accumulated? Surely to heavens you'll want those photographs that I've put into those albums. I mean, they're beautiful. It took me hours and hours and hours to put those together. And they said, well, maybe they would think about keeping those. But my one son said, Mom, we're just going to get a dumpster. We're going to put it in the driveway, and we're going to put all that stuff from the house right into the dumpster. So it makes you think about the importance of things. I mean, how much baggage can we carry around with us, and do we need it in order to feel this freedom that this man in the story felt when he got rid of all his baggage? So think about all the baggage in your life. Do you need it all with you to be happy? So thanks for taking 5, and blessings on your day.